So 3 days prior to Christmas, we decide that we're going to get a cabin up at a lake nearby. Huh, what the heck were we thinking? We found availability and we booked. So we were able to find availability up at a cabin up at this lake nearby called McSwain Reservoir. It's a great trout fishing lake. I've been up there a few times. They got another lake right above it named Lake McClure. It's actually a really good bass fishing lake. It's all around good fishing lakes. So that's why we decided to go up that way. So, I talked the wife into going up there. It's only about a 45-minute drive. The kids needed to get the heck out of town. They were getting ready to go back to school. And it's this time of the year is a really rough time for me. So, and I'll definitely get to that here in a little bit. So we're all fueled up, got all the firewood, all the food, all the presents. We're ready to go. So we're out. So we're taking off out of town, and we're going through the orchards out in the country and stuff, and the fog's getting pretty bad. You can't really see it in the videos because my camera sucks, because this isn't my normal camera, but it sucks. So it got a little foggy on the way out. It was nice though. The drive was nice. I was completely geared up and ready to go. I had fishing on the brain. So once you get out of Snelling, you got about a 10-minute drive at the most to the gates of Lake McSwain. Um, During the winter hours and stuff, there's no one ever up there, so you just pay at the gate and you go in for your, fill out your campsite. You guys know the deal. We had the cabin rented, so we had a lockbox on the cabin, so we didn't have to really do too much. We just went up, got the key out of the lockbox, and we were golden. There is a few neighbors, which will turn out to be one of the most beneficial things that could have happened on this trip, to say the least. So at this time, just it's me, my wife, my two kids, and our nephew. His boyfriend's going to be heading up the next day. So we're just getting unloaded, getting everything going. Kids are running around, having a great time. I'm thinking about fishing. Don't really want to unpack. I just want to go fishing. Trout fishing on this lake is pretty decent, so we wanted to get our fishing poles out and start getting some fishing in while we had the chance. Fog was rolling in pretty good at this time. At night, we had plenty of firewood, and we enjoyed the fires like most. It was nice. This time of the year for me is just really, really difficult in many different ways. A year ago, I was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver. Doctor, unfortunately, he gave me 30 to 90 days to live, 6 months without a new liver. Um, at that time, I was a functioning alcoholic, which it's a very, very bad disease. But I will definitely get all into that in my channel, and a lot of videos that I do will have stuff to do about that. So we'll definitely get all into that. But at the same time, this time last year, I was sick. 3 months into me being sick, unfortunately, my brother passed away with COVID. It was it was devastating to say the least. I lost a lot of friends throughout this last year due to COVID and other illnesses and stuff, and I've learned a lot, and I've done a lot in this last year. So this trip was a time to get away, time to go fishing, time to enjoy the family. So it was gonna be a good time. The next day, Christmas Day, everybody woke up eager to open up Christmas presents. Kids were excited like always. They knew they were getting something big this Christmas too, so it was exciting. Nephew showed up, and the kids got to open everything up. It was a lot of fun. Um, about I don't know, hour into them opening their presents, I decided to go fishing up at Lake McClure because they have great bass fishing up there, and I wanted to go bass fishing. So I headed that way. Well, actually, take that back. I was heading that way when my wife asked if she could come. Now, thank the Lord that she asked if she could come, because I don't want to be alone on this kind of trip, come to find out. We took off up the road. Lake McClure, it's about, I would say about a 10-minute drive up the hill from the cabin. There's two lakes connected. Down from the dam is Lake McSwain. It's a really good trout fishing lake. It's a lot colder. A lot of the water runs straight from the bottom of Lake McClure. So, good trout fishing lake. But we headed up the hill, and it's a good hill, so we took off. We got up there, and here we are pulling into the parking lot. I was looking for anywhere to get down to the water and go fishing, but as you could see, there was not very much water, and I couldn't find any way down. We drove around and around. I found a couple boat docks that I saw down on the water with a couple boat ramps about 500 feet above them with a gap in between them. So anyways, there wasn't any way to get down. So we started taking off. We were going to go back down to the river and go fishing right down the road. So we took off down there. We took off down a little dirt hill down to the river. Beautiful little spot. So here we come. Uh, anyways, we're down at the river here fishing, enjoying it. It's beautiful. It's getting a little late, so we decide, the kids are probably driving our nephew crazy, and we definitely need to get some firewood picked up and take it back. So we were going to gather some firewood and head back to the cabin. So me and my wife gathered up a bunch of firewood, got it back in the Suburban, and we were off. As soon as I took off, I started feeling a weird, I don't know what the hell it was. It was in my car. I didn't think anything of it at that time. We were down there in four-wheel drive, driving through the mud, having fun. That my vehicle is a good vehicle. It's never given me a problem, so I didn't think anything of it. So, thankfully, we got out of that dang canyon. We got up to the top of the road, paved road. But when we did, oh, holy moly, I lost all engine power to my Suburban, and we were off to the side of the road. Thankfully, we got to pull over on the side of the road in a nice, safe spot, and which I didn't do any videotaping right here. I was kind of a little freaked out of how I was going to get back to my children. So, we're up in the middle of nowhere. It's Christmas Day. Not one other vehicle on the road. We haven't had cell phone service in the last, I don't know, 15 miles of driving around. I don't know how this worked out. Maybe it was my brother up above. I don't know. But we had cell service right where we were stuck. So my wife was able to get a hold of her nephew, and they came up and picked her up. She went back to the cabin, and I stayed with the vehicle. I don't know. It was about 20 minutes. I was sitting up there wondering how in the world I'm going to get my car back home. Big old huge truck pulls up the road hauling butt. And I'm like, holy crap. So I jump out and I am getting ready to flag them down, which I guess they were already coming my way. So, big old beautiful F-350 pulls up, and I'm sitting there broken down, looking at this beautiful brand new truck, and all four doors open. There's about 5 of them jump out. Well, it was my neighbors. They were right in the cabin right next to me, and at that point, they were my savior. We were able to get the car all chained up and towed back down the hill to the cabin, which was just that in itself was just awesome. Me and my wife sat around that night stressed and stressing out. We were looking for tow truck services and everything, trying to figure out how in the world we get our vehicle home. Since that night I got to get to know my neighbors and found out what the true meaning of good people are. While we were sitting around the campfire talking about tow trucks and how expensive it's going to be to get this dang vehicle back home, Miguel, my new friend, my savior, he came up to me and told me, "Friend, don't worry, I got you covered." He told me that he was going to have AAA come out and pick us up in the morning, that he would take care of it all, that me and my family could relax and enjoy our Christmas evening. Good people, great people. It's hard to come by nowadays, but it is still out there, you know. Little stuff could help. Anything. Saying thank you, opening a door for somebody. It goes a long ways. So Miguel is awesome. We got to know each other real well. We're actually friends on Facebook now, and I keep in touch with them via text quite a bit. We hopefully plan on maybe doing a fishing trip or something someday. So the night was saved. We were able to relax, enjoy our Christmas evening, get the kids to bed. Me and my wife got to sit around the campfire. It was awesome. It was our last night there, but we were ready to get home. So here I was the next morning. Man, I was still stressed out. I didn't sleep that good that night. But Miguel, man, he was over there on the phone. He was ready to go. He had it all set up, and that tow truck was there within about a half an hour. You're the man, Miguel. You're the man. So the tow truck got there, and oh man, I'm sure some of you guys know how it could be or can be with having to ride in tow trucks. You don't know what it's going to be like or whatnot. Well, I got to say one thing. Our tow truck driver was a cool son of a gun. To Miguel and his family, I would love more than anything to pay back the favor. And someday I hope I get that opportunity. He knows where to reach out to me, and I hope the best for him and his family. They deserve it. He deserves it. Great, great guy. So all in all, this trip was awesome in many different ways. You know, we got home safe. My children were home safe. That's really what counts. You know, things in life just doesn't work out the way people want them to. Especially nowadays, it's not easy anymore. Enjoy the time that you have here. Enjoy the time you have with your loved ones. From the Outdoor Boys, man, can't wait to send you guys some new videos this summer. We look forward to it. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, get this channel off and running. Take care, folks. We out.